these when they're under arrest for violent crimes. I don't know why, but they usually in New York.
Spitting and
no, like violent, no, like stuff like that. Oh. So it's interesting for me to see all these people in LA County with these Tyvek suits on.
Yeah.
But these are also for construction.
This is what they gave us down the street. There's a caution sign that says enter at your own risk. And they gave us PPE because they don't know what toxins are floating around. We don't know what burned in Altadena. We know that 17 bodies burned. We don't know if there were meth labs on the next block. We don't know. So it's best to protect yourself. So I'm battling cellulitis, which is a staph infection. So I'm just trying to keep it straight to get better. I don't know how it happened, but I have it. After the fire, I developed an infection. Started in my hand and started moving up my arm, swelling, redness. So I'm on a round of antibiotics. I'm just trying to stay healthy. I got 2 kids to take care of. And
so I went to go grab it, put the trash can over here.
I have a 5-year-old who has autism, so he's stressed because he's not doing his normal routine. But he started school back on Wednesday, so he's very happy to be there. My 13-year-old is sad because his school burned down up the street.
Which one was that?
Odyssey. It was at the Edison campus on Prom near Fair Oaks.
Right. I've been through that area. Mm-hmm.
You know, he's an 8th grader getting ready to graduate, and he's not going to be able to do that with his friends. So I re-enrolled him at Blair, so I think he's going to start on Monday.
So you obviously, the majority of the homes west of Lincoln survived.
Yes, this was like the fire line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And LA County...
Except for a few homes behind me.
Right, you're right.
Yes.
And your sister's home is fine.
Yes.
LA County Fire Department is literally at the
right across the street.
You're one of the few survivors.
Yes. Battling survivor's remorse because 80% of my clientele, if not more, lost their homes. So my business suffered. I had to relocate my business.
And you're in Carson now, right? Are you still there?
No, we're at a hotel in Commerce. We're at the Doubletree. We found a house to rent. No, they don't care. They don't care. We all squeezed in a little double bedroom.
You didn't do a GoFundMe?
I chose not to.
You didn't want to?
Well, mainly there's people in Altadena that need more help than I do. You know, I have a savings. I have resources. That's obviously going to run out very soon. But I was not in a dire situation, and I didn't know what the outcome would be. I didn't know if I could go home. And, you know, right now I can't. So I wanted the money to go to people who really, really needed it. So I decided to post everyone I knew. I decided to post their GoFundMes. And if people asked me for mine, I'd say go on my page and support theirs.
And Angie, how's Angie?
She's okay. They live in the high desert.
Oh, they're back there. Dennis okay?
Dennis is fine. Dennis actually gave me footage of fighting the fires up here. Because we had already
What do you mean gave you footage?
I have video footage of Dennis trying to put Kim Jones's fire out in her house. So I'll send that to you.
Oh my God, are you serious? I would love that.
Yeah, but the water hose didn't have enough pressure, so her house was consumed by the flames.
And Andrea, I know Andrea lost her home.
Yeah.
And Namaya? No, Namaya's in LA.
Well, Namaya lives in Texas.
Ty's okay?
Ty actually came up here in the middle of all the flames raging, and just to show me that my house was still standing. I had actually several clients come up here and FaceTime me just to show me that my house was still here, because I was praying feverishly that God would spare my house, and they were like, God hears you, your house is still here. Those 2 houses across the street were already on fire, the houses behind me were on fire, and I just assumed that mine was going to go in the middle of it, but God saw different.
When did you evacuate?
I left Tuesday when the power went out, because that big tree right there, I had just had it trimmed, but I was very scared that the tree was going to fall on my house. So I got a room at Hotel Dena Tuesday night and watched everything began on the TV.
On the street, yes.
So I was not here for the flames.
For the black smoke and
The wind alone scared me enough. And I called all my neighbors on this block and told them to leave. The only ones who stayed were these neighbors, and they actually hosed our houses down for us.
that helped.
Oh yeah, I think that's a big reason why my home is still standing, because they hosted down.
I was like, look at Missy. We got Missy Elliott and Altadena.
What?
Oh my God!
Superfly.
You guys have to pan to the left. This is Altadena.
Oh yeah, definitely missing this. And actually, right now, I don't even mind if there are cracks in my yard. There you go, James. Did you miss seeing the horses?
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful sign. It's a beautiful sign.
I can't, Nelly. This is perfect to run into you like this.
I know.
Did you believe I was here?
I did. I believed you were here, but I just, life been lifing.
I wasn't gonna try to set anything
Moving
up
around.
because.
Yes.
Question about the fence.
Yes.
The fence run over there, is it solely yours, or is it one that you share with the neighbor?
2 more minutes, we'll wrap up.
Is there.
Okay.
Yeah, the other stuff we had already blown down, so that's mainly the neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That horse is classic.
So part of it is shared then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All this, AAA, all this stuff, they'll be in contact.
That's our insurance inspector, and this is my public adjuster we had to hire because AAA told us that they were sending us $5,000 to relocate temporarily, and they haven't done that.
AAA covers stuff like this?
I have AAA insurance for my car, my house.
Oh, for the house. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
So now,
So we had to hire a public adjuster because they were lying. They were lying, saying that they had sent us money and offered us money. There's no record of that.
what? They would lie like that?
Oh yeah. So we had to hire representation.
I met. I went to Ben Crump's thing last night. He wasn't there though, but they had 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
One at 12 and one at 6. And I talked to Zaire.
Oh
And,
yeah.
yeah,
Sorry
and-
about his sister.
Yeah, and I told him, and he said he knew my sister. I didn't know that.
Wow.
So Zaire, I'm putting together an anthology, stories of people in the community.
Okay.
It's not a story about loss and grief and sadness. It's a
Okay.
celebration of Altadena.
Absolutely.
And the lady who owns Harriet Octavia's bookstore, she's gonna write a story. Michelle Zach is. Would you write like 2,000 words in the future?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it's just a memory of Altadena.
That would be easy to do.
I would love for you to
Lots of
contribute.
memories.
I would love for you to contribute something.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to Stephen Scipio, Donnie Kinsey eventually. But
Okay.
when Zaire was the first person to say that he would do it.
Okay.
And I
I'll do
wasn't
it.
expecting to see anybody there. And so, yeah, it's going to be diverse voices celebrating Altadena
Absolutely.
and the history. And it's going to be a tribute to the African American community, the people that were here, after like redlining.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. It won't ever be the same though.
I was good.
Because the older population, they're not going to come back. They're tired. They want to just live out the rest of their days in peace.
And I was just going to ask you, are you going to rebuild? But your house is still standing.
It's here.
Right.
Will I come back and live here? I don't know. I'm just going to be honest. Because I need to see what the community's going to do.
Well, I remember, like, years before, I remember you always talking about you were going to go to Texas.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
might-
I need my money to go further. It's very expensive to live up here.
Yeah.
So,
But no place like Altadena,
and
huh?
I'm not a fan of the gentrification. Some of it is beautiful, like the new businesses. But I have new neighbors who don't speak,
Don't speak to you?
Yeah, they don't know about the rich culture.
The culture, the history.
Yeah, they don't speak.
Well, I was surprised to see it in the media, all these black people coming out of the forest and the hills. I was like,
Yeah.
who are them black people? I was like,
We've been here.
living quietly and peacefully. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What do you want out of the ashes? What do you want to see come out of the ashes?
I want to see the African American community kind of pull closer together and rebuild. And I want to see a lot more African American businesses or businesses of people of color in general, and not just serving one demographic. Because that's how I feel about some of the local businesses. They're geared towards yep, and what they want. And everything that was here before them, they have a problem with it.
And it's being erased.
Absolutely. Yep. So I'd like to see some of that come back.
Okay.
Wishful thinking.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we get a picture, Natalie?
Sure.
I'm gonna put